You're not gonna get the man that makes $8 to go scoop up anything. I swear you're not. So, hey, it's your boy AJ back with another freaking video. And today I'm here with story time number 2, you guys. Story time number 2, day 2 of story time week, you guys. And we're here to talk about some craziness. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know what to do in the intro. I don't know what to say. Now, if you missed story number 1, go watch story number 1. It came out yesterday. And if you're looking for part 2, well, baby, my main channel ain't got that. But my members, they got part 2 of that story time that I dropped yesterday. So if you need to watch those 2 stories, go watch them 2 stories. Then come back here. But if you're ready and you want to get the tea for today, let's stay on tune. So let's run the intro so we can get directly on into the story time. So you guys, this day in particular, I was working or whatever, you guys, but it was time for break. Break was approaching, and usually when break was approaching, I would take me a pre-break. So meaning I would go on break before the break gets started. Well, you know, just getting things ready, you know, getting my phone ready, seeing what I want to eat, you know, a pre-break. So I was doing my pre-break and I was talking to my homegirl in the back while I was getting things in line in order, because I was going to run across the street to the Zaxby's to get me something to eat on my break. So I said, before I even, you know, clock out, let me make sure I got my phone in order, got everything in order. So, you know, I'm in the back getting things in order before I actually clock out on the clock. But I'm already in a pre-break. You get it. So I'm doing my pre-break. I'm talking to my homegirl. I'm collecting my things, getting myself ready to go over to Zaxby's. So this day in particular, like I said, I wanted some Zaxby's. So I clock out and I go over to Zaxby's to get me something to eat. So I go get my food from Zaxby's. I think I got me like a wings and things. I love a wings and things boneless, okay? I do my chicken tenders, then I do my honey gold boneless wings. Give me a Zax sauce and a ranch, and we in there, okay? So I go get my meal, whatever, then I come back over to the restaurant I was working at to go on break. Well, you know, start eating on my break. So I'm sitting here on my break. I'm sitting near the, like the back of the restaurant, but not too far in the back, like the middle-ish back. I'm sitting in the middle-ish back of the restaurant on break. I'm on the phone. I'm talking to somebody. I can't even recall who I was talking to on the phone, but I'm on the phone. I'm eating. I'm munching. I'm having the best break ever. So I'm eating or whatever, girl, and I'm sitting here on the phone, and all of a sudden, this man just run past me. Like, run past me, could have knocked my food off the table. Like, it was crazy. Like, the man, I was like, what happened with him? But like I said, it don't matter. I'm on my break, so I go back. I'm still eating my food. I'm sitting here eating. It's been like, you know, 2 or 3 minutes since the man that ran past, girl, and I didn't really forgot because I'm deep in the meal and I'm deep in the conversation. And randomly, a customer comes to me, and he's like, oh, that man just shit himself. And I'm looking like,
you don't see the chicken tender in my hand?
I'm really looking at him like, you don't see the chicken tender in my hand? I could care less. I know I have on the, you know, I know I have on the hat. I know you see my apron. I know you see all that. But I know you see the Zaxby's in my hand also. So I'm on break. I don't care what he did. He could have had a heart attack. Call the meds. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this. No shade, no disrespect. But he could have had a heart attack. It's nothing I could have done. Baby, I'm on break. So he's telling me this man just pooped himself. And I'm looking at him like, we're both just looking at each other. We're both just staring at each other. The craziest, funniest situation. So I go back to eating my food and having the conversation, and the customer walk on off. So the customer then walked off. I'm really upset because, first of all, why would you come and tell me that? That's disgusting and it's disrespectful because I'm eating. I'm on break. You could have told somebody in the front. You could have found somebody, you know, near that section. Near that section, you could have found somebody. You didn't have to come all the way back where I was to tell me about something that I could care less about while I'm on my break and eating at that. Anyways, I end up forgetting about the whole messy situation. I end up forgetting that the man told me that the man was pooping or whatever, and I go have my food or whatever, finish my food, and I clock back in from my break. So I'm clocked in from my break. It's like 30 to 40 minutes. I'm clocked in. I'm like, I'm working. I've been working, like I'm back on the window for like 30 to 40 minutes. I'm working. Now, a customer comes to the countertop. A customer comes to the countertop, and he was like, y'all gotta hear the man's accent. Oh my goodness. The man's telling me, do you know it's poo-poo all in the restroom? I'm like, shh, 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 shh. You said it too loud. You said it too loud. Now you said what's in the restroom? It's poo-poo. Shh, 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 shh. There's poo-poo in the restroom. There's poo-poo in the restroom. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about that, sir. I'm so sorry about that. Then I turn back around and I go back to the window where the customer is. Y'all, I didn't want nothing to do with it. I did not want nothing to do with it. He came and told me there's poo-poo in the restroom. I said, I'm so sorry about it, sir. But I went back to the customer that I had left in the window. Baby, I'm in the window. I have no intention going near the restroom. I will not be using the restroom for the rest of my shift. I'm not gonna walk past and I'm not gonna get near it at all, because if the managers knew that I knew it was some boo-boo crap in that restroom, they were gonna try to make me do it. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna ride the rest of the shift out and act like I was Helen Keller. I didn't know. So after he told me about that, I apologized for his, horrible experience, but I went back to my window and I started working with the customers that I left. So I'm working, I'm doing my things, I'm pushing my orders out. So about 15 to 20 more minutes after that, y'all, after the customer walks off or whatever, after informing me about the bull crap that's in the restroom, my manager comes out of the double door and he's walking to the front like to just check around and make sure, I done refilled everything, make sure all the, lids and da-da-da. He's trying to, that's what he do. He try to make sure I done restock everything. He comes around and he's like, Jalen. I'm like, what? He could barely get out of the double set of doors, y'all. So I'm like, what did happen? Like, are we getting robbed by the invisible man? He's like, Jalen. I'm like, what? He's like, there's on the floor. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm stuck, but then I'm trying to think, I'm trying to analyze, because I'm like, there's no way he could see through the wall into the restroom to see that there's on the floor in the restroom. So I'm trying to literally analyze. I'm like, what is he? I know there's shit on the floor in the restroom, but how did he see it so early? He just got, he's not even past my countertop. Like, he's right here to the drive-through. So I'm like, how does he know? He's like, there's shit on the floor. So I physically turn around and look, like, what are you talking about? Y'all, there is boo-boo all over the lobby floor. I don't know how I didn't see it. I don't know how I didn't smell it. But there's boo-boo on the lobby floor, right in front of the front counter. I'm gagged. So he's like, Jalen, I need you to go in the back and make some hot water. Let me tell you something. I jaded immediately. I said it could never give. It could never. I'm like, it could never give. I can go get your water, but I'm not cleaning it. I want to let you know that now. I want to let you know. So when I do bring this mop back, you don't have the expectation of me picking it up. Okay, baby. So when I go get the hot water, I'm bringing it right on back. I just want. We see each other, right? We seen each other. So I walked on to the back and started making the hot water for him. So I'm standing in the back. I'm filling the bucket up. I'm just sitting there, just standing there, girl. I probably was TikToking on my phone. Not TikTok, because TikTok went around that time. Doing something, girl. I'm just sitting there waiting for the big old bucket to get filled. So I'm in the back being Jack and Jill on this hill getting this water, honey. And this other manager, let me tell you something. It was so many managers. It was more managers than actual, employees like me, honey. This other lady, she walks to the back where I'm filling the bucket up. And she's like, I do the lobby. You just do the restroom for me. What are you talking about, girl? I guess y'all, didn't relay the message, but I told the man up front, the other manager, I told him, y'all got this. I told him, y'all got this. So what are you talking about? Some you'll do the lobby and I'll do the restroom. It's not, it's not giving that, baby. So I'm looking at her, I tell her that, and it's just really like a stare off. Like, she's kind of like, I guess she's trying to figure out how to structure her next sentence. But in the midst of her trying to figure out what she's gonna say to me, I just walk off and I leave her with the bucket, because she said she had the lobby and evidently she has the restroom too. So I leave her with the bucket and I go back on front. I grab my mic back and I'm back in the window, back with my customers, because there's nothing I can do here, bam. You said you got it. You got it. You volunteered this tribute. You have it. So I go back in the front, get my mic. I'm back on the window. I'm back on the window, doing my thing with the customers, making my money, making my transaction, handing out receipts, handing out food, doing me. And she's still back there with the bucket. I don't even know. I feel like the bucket could have been full. She was probably back there talking mess. But girl, she ain't came back from the double doors just yet. So I'm back in the front with the customers. The male manager that discovered the poop first, he comes out of the double doors to the front where I am, and he's like, Jalen, would you mind? I said, yep. I cut him off immediately. I cut him off immediately. I said, I will 100% mind my business. I'm not doing it. I know where you're going with it. I'm not. I know where you're headed with that sentence. I'm 100% about to mind my business. I literally cut him off. I'm like, no.
Get somebody else to do it.
I'm not doing the lobby. I'm not really going to go discover what's in the restroom. I'm happy y'all know about it now, but I'm not. Get somebody else to do it. I don't know who else they thought was gonna do it, because it was like me, the cook, the manager I'm talking to right now, that lady that's in the back with the bucket, and then there's another lady in the back too that just sit down, and I don't know what she do. She just sit there. But I'm like, y'all need to figure it out. It's 3 managers. It's me taking the orders, cashing people out, and it's a cook. Y'all need to clean it up. Y'all need to clean this. It's not really giving. I'm not cleaning that poop up. I'm not doing either one. Literally, I tell them, I cut them off mid-sentence. Mid-sentence, I do mine. I 100% do. I do mine. Now that you know, and now that we both know that did I mind? What are we gonna do about it? So I was very adamant about not cleaning that crap up because I think it was like 4:40ish and I got off at 5. So I had 20 minutes to ride out and fight that, honey. So I was fighting that hard, okay, girl? So in the midst of me having this conversation, the lady busts out. The girl that supposed to have the bucket and supposed to be doing the lobby, she busts out in the middle of our conversation talking about something. It's his job. It's his job. I'm like, damn, ho, like, where were you? Like, were you behind the door just waiting to do your grand entrance? She busts in talking about some, it's his job, and if he don't want to do it, he can clock out and go home and don't ever have to come back. All right, baby. Well, it's fine. I'll clock out and go home because I'm not cleaning it. I'm not cleaning the lobby. I don't work for the geriatrics unit. I don't work for a hospital. I'm not a nurse. I'm not cleaning poop up from anybody. Definitely when there's 3 grown managers in there. You're not gonna get the man that makes $8 to go scoop up anything. I swear you're not. So in the midst of me, you know, saying like all of that and clocking out or whatever, I said I want to go see what's in the restroom because I was alerted about the restroom, like I was told about the restroom, but I didn't go see what was in there. So I go in the restroom, y'all. Y'all, I go to this restroom. First of all, whoever was in there playing around while I was in the back, they got it flooded. It's some drawers over there to the left under the sink. It's boo-boo and mess all over the toilet. It's a mess. It's a mess. Like, they should have closed down business for a couple of days. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. Could at least do the fucking shit in the fucking garbage. The garbage is right here. Why the fuck you put it on there when you can do the shit in the fucking garbage? Moral of the story is, I went in there, I recorded the video, I was already clocked out, so I went on home. I went on home, and I think my next day to come to work was like 2 days after that. I came to work 2 days after that. I was not took it off the schedule. I was able to clock in, and we didn't really speak about that. They said that they never come back, but I came right on back, and I still had my job. But I don't know who they thought was gonna clean that poop up. Not for $8. It could never give. But anyways, I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. And like I said, if y'all want to see some exclusive story times, join my membership, honey, because we get a good key over there too. But I love y'all so much, and I'll definitely see y'all for day 3 of Storytime week. Bye.